burning fire one night. My footsteps leave a trail of blunted light. Your gaze and your mind create no mystery. You're just yet a shadow of your misery. I'll rule your mind. I stare into my eyes. Stare into my eyes. Stare into my eyes. Tiger, burning bright in the forest of the
And we're back here in the GSL Codes. It's been insane, Artosis.
It has been.
It really has been.
To start out 0-2 and then go 3-0 to take the lead with the two hardest maps being played.
Yeah.
Insanity. Insanity.
Well, I don't know. I think Light can do this, but it's going to be tough. You know, and this is where experience really plays in. So, well, we'll just have to wait and see. So, as you guys can see, we're gonna throw this up on screen for you guys in a second here. And I don't know if you guys are seeing what we're seeing right now, but we're gonna go throw this up to the actual event in a second here. So we got this thing looped over here.
Yep. But
oh man, what an amazing final so far. I hope we go to Game 7.
I really hope that Life can fight back and take this. Game 7, always more fun than Game 6.
And now we're gonna get this going, so get ready for what could be the final match, or the second last match, between Life and MVP here in Seoul, Korea, the GSL Code S.
GSL. Welcome to GSL Ohana.
Right, the pressure is on. We're on the map Ohana. In the upper left, we have our Zerg player. He is the new legend. He's here to try to be the Royal Roader. Can he do it?
Starting live.
All right, this is a big moment in Life's life, so we'll see how he does. In the bottom right, we have our Terran Plane legend. Can he be a 5-time champion? He is.
AGIM MVP.
Esports.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
So many people here showing their support for the game that we all love more than anything else.
Yep.
You might think it's your parents or something like that. No!
No!
StarCraft 2.
Yeah, man, your parents are probably noobs, too.
I bet they're not even good at StarCraft 2.
I bet they're...
And that's how I actually find the value of it.
I bet they're not even low masters.
Yeah, they're probably not. If they're bronzies, I'll forget about it.
Forget about it, man.
All right, so... all right, so he's already preparing for proxy racks, which of course is not occurring.
Yeah,
with that very quick pool after.
You know, this actually might be the first MVP win at a GSL where there's no usage of cheese.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, you know.
I gotta say, I love the way the MVP just mixes it up.
Look, many people, many religions through time have tried to figure out the meaning of life. And MVP, he solved it.
Yeah, he pretty much solved it.
Someone asked, and he whispered in their ear, "Flame aliens." He solved life, man.
All those monks, you know,
they had no idea.
They had no idea.
Flame aliens didn't even exist back then.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I haven't read the Bible in a long time, but I don't know where the blue flame hellion part is hidden in there.
I
don't think there's a mention of blue flame Hellions once in the Bible. But you know what? MVP figured out the meaning of life. There you go.
He solved it.
He solved it. Yeah.
Solved life. All right. Lots of Zerglings out once again. He's playing this very defensive style. But MVP already getting ready for that. He's going to have 4 Marines out by the time the Lings get there. Bunker won't quite be done, but 4 Marines is enough to micro against 6 slow Lings.
Right.
So
he'll be fine.
Yeah, and he's teching up, man. He's got his 2 gases, so will he go double factory? That's the next question.
I'm going to say yeah for now. It seems like what, the natural course of things. And I think the fact that he's won the last 3 games basically doing this, I don't see any need to do anything out of the ordinary.
No, I don't either, especially on this map, which it's best for. It'll be strongest
Exactly.
Here.
And it's the best on this map, guys, because counterattacking not quite as easy. And Zerg are actually limited on expansions. Zerg's not going to have 6 bases here.
Life is trying to force his style to work, which is the mistake MKP had against Life. He took his style, he said, I'm the aggressive one! And he went ahead and tried to attack over and over and got destroyed by Life. Now, Life is saying here, I only make Zerglings! And it's not working. He's fighting against a lot of Hellions, so I feel like he needs to take a step back out of himself and say, you know what?
I wouldn't mind
I'm going to go Roaches
opener.
here.
Yeah.
Why not try out some Roaches? And if he's trying out Roaches against someone who's going mech, he can always go for drops and stuff like that and try to win through that way, as opposed to running around to a completely sealed up Terran with Lings. Yeah, Roaches against a sealed up Terran do much better. So we'll see. But it's not double factory this time. It looks like it's going to be Cloaked Banshees and Hellions instead, which is fine. Now he's, so 3 times this and 3 times double factory. But they always look the same. You can't really tell which is which until you see the Viking.
That's true.
Or you don't see the Viking.
All right. God, I hope we go to Game 7. That'd be so cool.
It would be amazing. But I tell you, I feel like Life is stressed out at this point. I think he's made
well, I mean, let's face it, this is like the biggest peak in his career. This is probably the biggest moment in his entire life, to be totally honest. No pun intended with his ID being life, but, and then,
it's very short life.
Yes.
He's very young.
So, a lot of pressure on him. And I think to suddenly be this far ahead and then suddenly you'd be in a situation you're like, wait a minute, I guess I'm losing? All right. Hellion shenanigans once again. Nice, making extract. Oh, beautiful.
Very well done. Can't quite get that drone.
This is so good.
Oh, we'll get a lot of Lings though. These Hellions not being nearly as effective as what he actually wants.
All right, he got 2 drones there. But overall, nice deflection there from Life.
Yeah, great deflection.
Yeah, really good.
I'm completely happy with that for Life. He should be too. Now, MVP is taking a 3rd base, and this may lure Life into some aggression. He is making some extra Lings.
Right.
He's going to have to use them for defense for now, but if he can catch a big group of Hellions, there's definitely the possibility he can go down for some counter-harassment.
Yeah, sure. All right, the Lings are coming down now. And I don't think this is going to work as a counter. Well, we'll see, actually. The 3rd base is a little bit exposed. Closing here, though, taking out this queen now.
It'd be so nice to take out some queens, and that one queen.
Oh my God, he could force that cancel. That would be huge.
That would be indeed. There are more aliens popping out for MVP at home, but can he save that time? I don't think he can.
Oh, this is a big one for MVP, and he flushed all the aliens. Everything just fell apart at once.
Yeah, MVP this game getting a bit too greedy.
A little bit of sloppiness there.
I'm actually very
If MVP was the food right now, he'd be a sloppy Joe Artosis.
Oh my God, he would be a sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
I think that Life would be a crab rangoon.
I think it would. Crab rangoons are delicious.
There you go.
I haven't had a crab rangoon in a while, man. We gotta go get some food. That's it. All right, doing some damage to some drones.
I mean, he still has these Cloaked Banshees, so he might be able to get some more damage done still, but having his 3rd command center forced into cancel
It messes up
that
the rhythm
late
for
into
MVP.
building it,
Yeah.
if it's right off, you're like, well, that sucks, but okay. When it's almost finished and it gets canceled, you are so far behind where you should be. And that's the greedy part. He built it out there. He could have built it in his natural like he is now.
Floated it, yeah.
But he got a little bit overconfident, and he may end up paying for that because we already have the Roach Run on the way. We have Pathogen Glands on the way. And that means that life is not in such a bad spot. How many drones did he lose? Did he lose 30 drones? No. No, he didn't. So he's actually doing fine so far.
All right, you're going to use those Banshees. They can't really harass anymore. They're low on energy. He's going to just take out those rocks. Again, Life staying with the way he likes to play the game, using a lot of Lings. And so far doing so very effectively. Uh-oh. See, he probably wasn't sure exactly how many Hellions are there, but I do not think Life would chase him like that, yeah.
Yeah, perfect movements by MVP. If he had gone in a different direction, those Lings could have done something, but Life realizes it did withdraw.
All right, so Ling's backing up now. Hitting, oh, nice. Once again, Life, why so handsome?
So annoying right here.
Yeah, no kidding.
He doesn't even have a lot of anti-air either, so it's going to be annoying to even walk over there and kill
He's
that.
going to get like a Thor sent over there.
He might.
Yeah.
In which case, you just hold position that drone, make it last a long time.
The Overlord, yeah.
Yeah, that Overlord, sorry. Well, that was just a little bit sloppy right there. Losing quite a few.
A little bit of
links.
sloppiness from both players.
Yeah. Well, this is down and dirty. This is Game 6 of the GSL Finals. And beautiful
nice bungles.
So well done.
Life can do this, guys.
Yeah. But this is Infestor attack against someone who has a lot of Cloaked Banshees. Remember last game how well those Banshees did, and yet still they did such a good job against the Infestors. And already he's killing some off, making them use a ton of energy as well.
All right. Oh, Banshee
Nice.
gets away in the last second.
Yep.
Nicely done. Life actually taking kind of an unconventional expansion over here.
Yeah, his troop spread is really good in that direction at least.
That is true, yeah. Makes sense.
Well, right now, don't quite see the production tab, so not sure if he's staying on that Banshee production. That's something I'm very interested in. Trying to force another cancel. Does do it. Well done, actually. I would say that's worth it for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And he is continuing Banshee production. Okay, so getting 2-2, continuing the Banshee production, getting the 4th command center. Even though everything he's doing is slower than what he wanted, the Banshees are going to give him that leeway because he's going to be able to burn a lot more Infestor energy than we saw in that Abyssal City game that just finished up. And so that means that he can push across the map a little bit quicker when it's time, but it's not going to be time until a little bit later. So it balances out a little bit, but I would definitely say Life's in a much better shape than he was last game.
Yeah. And he's doing a good job bungling and taking out these Hellions. The Hellions were nowhere near as fearsome as they were in the previous game. Is he going to do this? What? All right, I was like...
Started to, lost quite a bit.
I'm surprised he even attacked where the Wallen was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, the Spire only started after the Hive once again, which I keep on feeling like this is a mistake. You know, it's going to put the clock a lot slower for MVP to actually have to move out. But MVP does not have
another nice catch, by the way. Ultra Scavern has been spotted here by the scan.
It's a pretty solid scan, but now he knows obviously that there's a Hive, but he doesn't know about the Spire. So will he make any anti-air? Because the Spire is on the way.
All right, and he's moving out, it looks like. Oh, no, excuse me, he's just going to take the 4th base. Now, in this map, you can just turtle up. You can just make a bunch of planetaries and just wait for the circuit to dry up. You really can.
Yeah. And if you do that, you're going to want to get Ravens for sure. You're going to need Ravens to help you out with that. He hasn't started them yet, though, so it definitely, because he's still producing a lot of tanks, definitely looks like he's going to go for a huge attack coming up.
All right, a few Investigators down here to try to deny these command centers that are on the way. 1 cancel and 2.
Well done.
Oh, nice. And now hitting this command center over here. Canceled and now has flipped. A few very good moves here for Life.
Yeah, indeed.
Really good job, too, with the bungles on the Hellions. Just non-stop bungles.
All right, the Greater Spire has begun. More Lings in production. No chitinous plating yet, so it doesn't look like he's playing on Ultras quite yet. Beautiful scan. And that scan is a money scan. Now he can add his starports and really get his production going.
Yeah, I think he already has 2 starports actually too. So I think
That's good then. That's really good. There's one. There's a lot of Vikings.
They've got another attack over here. He could definitely get a lot of these tanks. I don't know if he can get this planetary though.
He's actually doing a great job busting through here right now. Roach is dealing a really reasonable amount of damage. In fact, he's surrounded that planetary very well, but not well enough.
Not enough.
Just too many MVP units here.
Well, the Infested Terran's also targeting the planetary here too. The rest of those siege tanks and the Thor can just clean that up, no problem.
Yeah. Now, okay, he's used up a lot of his energy, but he reduced the army size of MVP once again, so MVP can't move out yet. You don't want to move out at 134.
By the way, look at
not
this
a good
creep.
number.
This creep is all the way to MVP's front door.
It really is, yeah. Well, it's Broodlord time, Tasteless.
All right, he's going to start more of those Broodlords. There you go.
That's a lot of Broodlords.
Excellent observing by Legend here.
8 Broods on the way. Now, where are the Vikings? We have 5 out. Don't know that that's going to be enough. There's 12 Infestors, some Corruptors in production.
Supply at 181 to the about 50 here for MVP. Probably would have been better to do that to the starport. All right, the Broodlords are moving out. He wants to hit the 4th base location and just try to wipe that out. I have to say, Life is looking very good in this game. I don't know if MVP can hang on.
Yeah, well, he only has less than 10 Vikings and 1 Thor. That's his anti-air, and that I don't know that that's going to be enough. I mean, we have 4 Corruptors and 12 Infestors. Feels like with good control, he should be able to stop that. Now we do have an attack and some nice fungal growths going down.
He did drive back the Broodlords and the Infestors.
Yeah, for now.
And now, well, he is going to give his opponent an opportunity to get some more Vikings here. So, we'll have to see. Note the 5th base location for MVP has not been taken yet. He'll probably take that at the last necessary moment, probably when he finds out his main entirely or is natural and just floats that over there.
Yep. And a big fungal growth going down. Going to take out a lot of tanks and Thors right there, almost for free. And
really
now
nice.
The Vikings do come up though, and he does need to hit some nice fungals on these.
All right, the Vikings are bunched up. Oh, he runs away. Okay, he needs to fan them all out again.
Yeah. Still a lot of siege tanks out, and that is very important as well, because as soon as you don't have a good ground army, they switch into ultras and you are dead.
All right, Broodling's coming out now.
Not enough Vikings right now to fight against these Corruptors, trying to draw them back into a missile turret. Life not going to take the bait though.
Looks like MVP's continuing to retreat over here. The Vikings are just not tough enough to engage. Now he's getting way into MVP's territory. Like split up, but they're going to the 4th base, the 3rd base. Very vulnerable right now. Oh my God, he's going to get that orbital too.
Yeah, he's just dealing a ton of damage right now. And MVP's army is being whittled away. Only 2 Vikings in production at a time right now.
These siege tanks are cornered. They can't get out, so these Vikings have to save the day.
And they are not going to do it, Tasteless. I think we're going to go to a Game 7.
I think you're right, Artosis. It's Game 7 time.
And that is that. There is no way for him to break out. In fact, we have Ultras on the way, and GG. Oh my God. Game number 7 on the way.
Unbelievable. You can see Life looking so relieved. I'm only 1 game away. I can do this. Those first 2 games were not a fluke.
No. Well, I tell you what, I'm very impressed that he won that game. It's a hard map for him to win on. Also, he looked so stressed after game number 5.
Yeah,
for him to come back and win game 6.
And considering he lost to Whirlwind and Abyssal City, I mean, those are the maps where you're thinking, well, no matter what, he's going to win this. But I guess the rules don't apply to MVP. So we're going to go on to our final map, which is Daybreak.
Life right now, our youngest ever possible champion. He's in the finals on the biggest stage in front of a huge audience in one of the nicest areas in all of his home country, South Korea. He's up against the most legendary StarCraft 2 player of all time, bar none. No arguments accepted. This is what pressure is, Tasteless.
Yeah.
This is pure pressure for Life. Can Life overcome this and win in a game that MVP has shown us He will do anything in a Game 7, including double proxy
Yeah,
barracks.
he'll do anything.
He'll
man.
double proxy barracks, get held. His attack will be held, and then he'll still beat you. He doesn't care.
Oh man, what build? Are we going to see the same build? I would not be surprised if we saw the same build, but you never know with MVP. He is a master of mixing it up.
Yeah, this is the perfect map to finish this on. Daybreak. The ultimate StarCraft 2 map.
It really is. I believe
that's
some parents, that's Life's parents right there.
Yeah. Cool.
They are showing up to support their young kid.
Wow, I guess he wasn't lying. He's good at this game, I guess. That's what they're
So
saying.
what's this whole computer game hoo-ha about? And then they come down here and like, what?
I always see him on his cell phone.
What? All right. We're getting very close to starting this, folks. MVP in life. MVP wants this so bad. My life for the swarm. His life for the swarm. Wow. So, it's packed down here. Wow, all these guys going down there to give support.
That's right. Who's on that side? Is that Life side?
Yeah, that should be Life
Startail
side.
team wearing a bunch of striped sweaters. Showed their support.
Show their support. All right. Wow. All right, guys. Either way, esports history is going to be made today.
Yes. And
5-time GSL champion or Royal Roader.
guys, one more time, get on Twitter. Hashtag GSL. We want this trending. We want everyone to know that they are missing the greatest thing in the world.
This is, of course, MVP's parents over here. They're probably pretty used to this whole thing by now.
They're actually really bored of this. They're going to start skipping finals soon, I'm sure.
No, they're, you know, it's very common in Korean culture. You know, you do give a certain amount of your money when you're working out here to your parents. So
Yeah.
those parents are looking at MVP with dollar signs in their eyes right now, man. Won signs in their eyes. All right, we're getting close, guys. Life against MVP, the youngest GSL codesser, up against the most legendary and most accomplished StarCraft 2 player of all time.
Can MVP pull out this 7th and final game? 2-0 at the start and then 2-0 at the end, Faceless.
Could be. What an interesting series. We rarely get to Game 7 here in a GSL Codes. It's usually we go to Game 5 or something.
Yeah. Life is a true Sith, Faceless.
Is he a Sith Lord?
Yeah, there can only be 2.
Ah.
2 wins in a row.
Ah. I love you, Artosis. You're so nerdy. All right. Well, again, the map is Daybreak. And the pressure, again, is on, guys. So let's do this. We are here in Samsung at COEX in Seoul, Korea, where the best gamers meet on the biggest gaming show, the best gaming show, the most competitive gaming show
Of all time.
of all time, hands down, no contest. The GSL Codex. With Life and MVP, only one will move on. Who will it be?